May 20th, 2014. Nearly a decade ago now, Nintendo ended online functionality for the Nintendo DS and Nintendo Wii. After this date, it would no longer be possible to enjoy playing online with others in Animal Crossing Wild World and City Folk, two major games. No more pranking your friends with pitfalls, no more lagging about your town with questionable connectivity. This was even more bittersweet considering that Wild World was the first Animal Crossing game to innovate this feature, with it being one of its major selling points. You even needed to go online to fully upgrade your Nook store, so didn't really think that one through, did you, Nintendo? Just last year, Nintendo gave us some similar worrying news. They would be closing down the 3DS and Wii U eShops, preventing hundreds of games from being digitally downloaded, including Animal Crossing New Leaf, Happy Home Designer, and Wild World on the Wii U Virtual Console. March 27, 2023 is the date of this, so we're not even that far off this happening. The future sure is scary. Understandably, this news has led a lot of players to worry that something even worse is coming next. The closure of online services for these systems, which would majorly affect several Animal Crossing games, not to mention tons of other titles that heavily rely on online for the 3DS and Wii U. It is worth noting that when they did announce the closure of the eShop, they also said that for the foreseeable future you'll still be able to re-download games and DLC, get software updates, and enjoy online play on the 3DS and Wii U. But according to an interview published on Nintendo Life with a supposed former employee of Nintendo, they said that they'll give notice in 2023 that the server will be shut down after a time, and after this time the suggestion is that online play, re-downloads of purchased content, and everything else will disappear entirely. Now, although I know a lot of people started with New Horizons, I've seen huge amounts of my viewers go back to the older games, specifically Animal Crossing New Leaf. In recent times, a copy of New Leaf and a 3DS aren't nearly as expensive as they were when they launched, so it's becoming a bit more accessible, leading a lot of people to try it out for the very first time. And as I'm sure most would agree, the online experience in New Leaf is it's so much more superior to what we got in New Horizons, I'm sorry. Although New Horizons did give us 8 people to play with online, which is pretty crazy to be fair, there is a genuine lack of things to do online with your friends, outside of trading items and just generally running about the island with no plans. Don't get me wrong, doing nothing in Animal Crossing New Horizons online is still 10 times better than real life, but I still wish there was a bit more to do. In Animal Crossing New Leaf, however, you could do so much. You could go online to Tortimer's Island together where you could play a host of fun mini-games to earn all kinds of prizes. Even better, Tortimer's Island had its own random online mode known as Club Tortimer, so if you didn't know anyone who's playing or none of your friends are currently available, you can join up with strangers, just like you can in many other Nintendo online games too. And truly no one was excluded from this online service either, as you didn't need to pay for a Nintendo Switch online service, and I believe that you still don't need to for these systems. Which may be another reason why Nintendo would consider closing these down in the near future. If Nintendo does close down the online servers for the 3DS, this will all be gone. The same with a minor online functionality for Happy Home Designer as well. That means that if you decide to try the game for the first time in the future after they've done this, you'd never get the opportunity to enjoy all of this amazing functionality online, which is so sad to think about really. Most likely a major reason why Nintendo would do something like this is to bring down costs, and even more likely time maintaining the online for these systems. I can't actually speak about how much work this takes, but I'm sure this is the reason they use for the closure of online for the Wii and DS. They probably also see the fact that most people are playing the new iterations of these games, like New Horizons, Splatoon 2 and 3, Smash Ultimate, and Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. But that still doesn't mean we don't want to use online for these older versions, especially when it has even more functionality. Sadly, this announcement does feel inevitable. It's unlikely in my opinion that they would take away the online this year, but they could perhaps make an announcement for this once the dust has settled with the eShop closures. Nintendo definitely wouldn't have announced these at the same time, as it would have likely majorly affected any potential sales they were still hoping for on these systems. Given the last closure happened in 2014, maybe 2024 is the next one. Only time will tell, but I would definitely recommend enjoying as much of online on these games as you can this year and beyond, until we're no longer able to. I have so many good memories playing online in New Leaf, so I'll be really sad when this day does come. I guess RIP Tortimer will finally be trending for a real reason. But let me know your thoughts down in the comments section below. Do you think Nintendo will decide to close down the online for these systems in the near future? And did you enjoy playing online in these games? I'd love to hear some of the memories that you have. If you made it to the end, be sure to comment Bob's Gang down below so I know you did. If you enjoyed, be sure to leave a like, and if you haven't already, consider subscribing and turning on notifications for more.